News from the streets of Warden to the streets of New York, paying tribute to those who served on this Veterans Day. Also, when food is tight, Montana tribes step up.
Get the herd healthy, the people healthy.
How traditional bison and elk calling methods are being used to feed and care for their communities. And it was a race that went right down to the wire, and now Billings has a new mayor.
I'm going to be everybody's mayor. I'm going to do my best to be the mayor that everybody wants me to be.
We'll hear from Mike Nelson about his plans to keep the Magic City thriving. The MTN News starts right now.
From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 10 o'clock news.
Well, good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Russ Riesinger. November 11th is, of course, Veterans Day, a time to say thank you to all who've served our country and our nation's military. President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance took part in the annual ceremony, laying a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknowns at Arlington National Cemetery. In his remarks, the president praised America's veterans, calling them the backbone of the nation's freedom and strength. He also thanked members of his administration, including Speaker Mike Johnson and several cabinet officials, for their work on veterans issues.
Thank you for carrying America's fate on your strong, very broad, and proud shoulders. Each of you has earned the respect and the gratitude of our entire nation. We love you, we salute you, and we will never forget what you have done to keep America safe, sovereign, and free. Thank you very much.
The president also highlighted what he called strong approval ratings for the VA and promised continued support for the nation's veterans. The students of Warden carried on a 53-year tradition on this Veterans Day. Their annual Veterans Day parade marches down Main Street, celebrating our heroes and showing community pride. Vanessa Willardson has the story on this long-standing tribute.
65 students in Warden honored veterans with a parade Tuesday afternoon.
There seems to be a lot more kids here recently. I'm glad to see that. It kind of, fills your heart a little bit that they take the interest that they do in their country and the flag in that.
Veterans Cliff Holmes and John Krakosa.
One of the best days we've had in 50 years.
Yeah.
It's the best day we've had, actually.
Have helped perform the gun salute in the parade for 53 years.
We do most of the firing of the rifles, just support the kids as much as we can.
However, it's a long-time tradition for the entire community.
Lots of community members have been a part of this, and they remember it from when they were in 6th grade.
And for the kids, it's a lot of work, with them often practicing in the cold and wind each year.
We'd get all of our flags, and then we'd come out and line up, and then we'd go down the street, and then we'd turn around and then go to the buses and back.
But all the work is worth it.
Doing this parade shows that anybody at any age can show how much veterans mean to everybody.
In Warden, Vanessa Willardson, MTN News.
The House is set to vote as early as tomorrow afternoon on a measure to fund the government after the Senate broke the stalemate last night, passing a bill to end the longest government shutdown in American history. 8 members of the Democratic caucus split with the party, voting with Republicans to support the package that will fund the government through the end of January, extend funding for SNAP benefits for a full year, and reverse shutdown-related layoffs of federal workers. The deal does not include an extension of Affordable Care Act tax credits, the issue at the heart of the deadlock.
Tens of millions of Americans are about to experience dramatically increased health care costs. In some cases, their health insurance premiums will increase by $1,000 or $2,000 per year. That is unacceptable. It will be unaffordable for working class Americans, middle class Americans, and everyday Americans.
The amended bill still needs House approval, and also today the Trump administration ordered states to undo steps taken to restore full SNAP benefits as legal challenges move through the courts. After a nail-biter of a race, Billings has a new mayor. Mike Nelson narrowly beat Jennifer Owen and now says his focus is clear, boosting the city's economy, safety, and quality of life. We're hearing from Nelson for the first time since those results became official. Charlie Kleps has more on how he plans to keep the Magic City magic.
By now, you probably know that the next mayor of Billings is also the owner of the Northern Hotel here in downtown Billings. And while it might be his crowning accomplishment in terms of his career, his ties to Billings extend even further.
There's Mary right there.
Yeah. There's memories on every page.
There's Michael Lewis. You wouldn't guess it by his long, wavy hair.
Of Mayor-elect Mike Nelson's senior yearbook from West High.
Born and raised here, born at Billings Clinic. It was called Deaconess Hospital back then.
A city that holds his best and worst memories from early failed elections.
But the one I really wanted, which was senior class president, yeah, I lost by 7 votes to a guy that's still here in Billings. And I think I owe him the money on a bet.
To first jobs, turning into first loves.
We met at an old restaurant in the Rimrock Mall called Bojo's. He was a cook and I was a waitress. So we had our first date on August 8th of 1976, and we've been together ever since.
It was on their third date that Nelson's wife, Judy Pavlaitis, got a taste for his ambition.
He very proudly announced that he wanted to be president of the United States.
So not quite the president, but Nelson was on the right side of this close election, now officially elected as the Billings mayor.
I've always wanted to be a good neighbor. I've always wanted to help this community progress and move forward.
Nelson says he wants to focus on economic vibrancy, public safety, and quality of life, but also aims to make city council more accessible.
It's my desire to take the council on a bit of a roadshow. Let's start having council meetings in different parts of the town and in different wards so that it's easy for folks to get there.
A vision for going forward from one of Billings' own.
And even when times are down, when times don't look good, he always puts a positive spin on it. So I know that's exactly what he'll bring to the city of Billings.
In Billings, Charlie Kleps, MTN News.
And in one of his first acts as mayor-elect, Nelson stopped by our Q2 studios bright and early this morning, even before the sun came up, to donate one of our first turkeys for today's Turkey Tuesday donation drive. And we want to thank all of you who helped make this year's Turkey Tuesday food and toy drive a huge success. Throughout the day, traffic was flowing steady in the Q2 parking lot, as well as at the Master Lube locations in the Heights and West End, as folks dropped off frozen turkeys and non-perishable food items, all to benefit family service.
At least get them through the holidays and help them out. That'll be one less thing they have to worry about.
We've seen an increase of about 25% usage in our client choice food room. In October, we saw about 160 families coming in on a daily basis, and now we're seeing a little over 200 families.
Well, thanks to your generosity, we collected about 1,000 frozen turkeys and a lot of toys, also about $10,000 in monetary donations. So that will definitely make a difference here in our community.
Happy Veterans Day, everyone. We had some very mild and blustery weather around Billings and much of Montana and Wyoming today. Warmer than average, had a low of 41 and a high of 67, but enough about the weather. It's been all about the northern lights, the beautiful aurora. I want to show you just some of the amazing photos. Robin sent this in. Look at this. Just looks like a 3D view of those amazing northern lights there. We also have more photos that were sent in. This one by Jim Worth from the Cherry Creek Pond area. Look at how beautiful that is. And another one, look at this. Savannah sent this in against the background of the aurora. You can see those trees there. I have many more photos as well as your weather forecast. You don't want to go anywhere. Stay tuned. I'll be back in just a few minutes.
2 Billings students have already needed emergency eye care this fall, and now a local clinic is making sure help is always close by. Bauer and Clausen Optometry donated 34 eye wash stations to Billings Public Schools, giving every nurse's office immediate access to emergency eye care. Until now, only science labs had that kind of equipment. The new stations attached to existing faucets fitting schools of all ages and layouts. District leaders say the donation is helping keep students safe and classrooms running smoothly when accidents happen.